This was me 3 years ago. I was about to start my online business journey, and just a year after this picture was taken, I would start making enough money to not have to work a normal job anymore. Since then, I've got to $10,000 per month on social media twice with 2 different businesses. And along the way, I've made a lot of mistakes. In this video, I'm going to share every major mistake that I've made with you so that you can avoid all of those mistakes and essentially get to that milestone a lot faster than I did. If you're new, my name is Brian and I created this channel to help you not have to work a 9 to 5 anymore and gain freedom back over your schedule and your life. The aim is to help you live your life how you want to live it. No boss, no manager telling you what to do that you have to work weekends. Complete freedom over your schedule. A 9 to 5 keeps you chained to one city, usually where the cost of living is quite expensive. You're doing work that doesn't usually add much value to the world as a whole, and you're doing all of that for negligible amounts of money, and business is the way out. Aside from helping people on this channel, I also help people one-to-one. So if you want my personal help with making money on the internet, click the link in the description. Helping people escape the soul-sucking 9 to 5 means a lot to me, and I actually sacrificed the progress of my 100,000 subscriber YouTube channel to start doing this. And a massive reason I do this is to help people, to actually help them. So that's why I say if you work with me one-to-one, I guarantee that you will make money, otherwise you don't have to pay me. Let's move on to the first major mistake I made, which is not doing tasks that move the needle forward and actually start helping me make money. When I first started trying to make money online, I jumped between a ton of different businesses. In my last video, I spoke about wanting to become a web developer, and I did that for a year and a half and never got anywhere because I just started learning web development and tried to learn as much as there is to know about it without even trying to get my first client. In reality, I was probably ready to get my first client in the first 2 or 3 months, but I just wasn't doing tasks that brought the needle forward. And this repeated itself with many different businesses, and I ended up wasting 4 years of my life on it. Your priorities in business should follow this order. If you don't have money, you're not getting money in yet, your number one priority should be getting that money in, getting that first client, putting yourself out there and doing everything you can to get that first client. And it should not be to get as good as possible, become the top 1% in whatever you're selling, because that comes after you get your client. After you get someone paying you, you can ask them what they need and you can learn exactly what they need for you to help them. This will help you avoid the 4 years of wasting time just learning pointless stuff that I did. Get your client in first. After you get that first client and the money is coming in, then your number one priority is serving them as best as you possibly can. Because after you give your clients a lot of value, they will go and they will talk about your service and you will get more clients from that. The best way to get more money in after you've already got a few clients in is to just give the clients such a good experience that people want to work with you because they tell everyone about it. Another big mistake I made when I started making money online, I started making money through social media, and naturally the biggest metric on social media is views, and that's all I was thinking about. And naturally, after some amount of time, I basically read every resource, I watched every podcast, watched every tips and tricks YouTube video on how to blow up on social media. Eventually, after 8 months of trying, I did blow up and I did start making money. But the fatal mistake I made, which held me back, was that I didn't care who that attention was from, as long as I got the attention. And that's because I only knew that views meant money. The only way I knew of how to make money on YouTube was just to get more views. Don't just focus on getting attention. Focus on getting attention from the right people. If your goal is to make money, 10,000 children watching your video won't get you any closer to that goal. But if you've just helped five businessmen with a problem they had, that is way more likely to make you way more money way faster. The annoying thing is, social media doesn't show you this metric. It doesn't show you who is watching your video, it's just showing you how many people watch it. But the next time you're trying to make money and making content, think about this. You're intuitively going to know what kind of person you're attracting. If there's a meme on your thumbnail, you're obviously going to attract more children. So now I hear you say, Brian, you told me not to focus on views and that views don't really mean anything if they're from the wrong people. But now that my views are down, I can't make money from adverts on social media anymore. So what do you do? And that brings me to my next biggest mistake, which is not having something up for sale on my social media. Attract the right person and then put something out there directly for them. On my other channel that has 100,000 subscribers, I am a game developer, and a lot of my audience, luckily, was gamers. I managed to attract a lot of gamers, and because of that, the product I made as a game developer was a game. And that was the first product I ever made. And the second I put that product up, the first day it was up, it made I think it was between $30,000 and $35,000. I can't remember exactly, but that is the power of putting the right thing in front of the right people. And the power of putting the right thing in front of the right people was really proven to me in this channel, because this channel only gets about 300 views on a video, maybe 1,000 if I'm really lucky on one of my uploads. But I made $5,000 from this channel just last week, and that's because I'm attracting the right people, which is people that are sick of their job, that want to learn to make money online, and I'm providing you with a solution which is working with me one-to-one, and I take you through every step of the way, and I guarantee that you're going to do it. So of course I'm making that money. I'm putting the right thing in front of the right person, and to make money on social media, you need to do the same thing. So now that I knew to only focus on tasks that are bringing me forward, now that I knew to provide value to people instead of just focusing on views, and now that I knew to put a product in front of people, the last mistake that I was making is not charging high prices. And let me explain. The best way to make money fast without having to get famous on the internet is to charge higher prices to less people, and helping those people way more than if you were to only charge them, say, $10 for an ebook. On my first channel, the product is a game, and that game sells for $10 because that game doesn't really provide you with that much value. So I can't charge $500 for it, for example. You're only getting a few hours of fun, and you're not going to pay $500 for that. On this channel, I'm only getting about 300 views per video, yet I'm making a very good income from it. And that's because I'm doing a lot more than just a game could when someone decides to work with me. I literally give them a personalized path tailored to their exact situation, and if they follow it step by step, they will make money on the internet. And to top it off, they have 24/7 access to me, anything they're struggling with on the path. So if they're struggling with an idea, I help them then and there with that idea. And that is worth way more than $10. That's how you can charge more money to people. And this is a great system because you don't need many people at all to make good money from doing this. And at the same time, you're giving that person all of your attention to basically guarantee that they will achieve what they want to achieve. And even the simple fact of paying more for something makes people more committed to it, and they're more likely to listen and actually achieve the result. If you want to start making an income on the internet fast, charging high ticket is the best way to do it. And it's actually how a lot of the big money influencers on the internet like Danko, Alex Hormozi, Iman Gadzhi, they all provided a high ticket, high price service to less people. That's how all of these people made their income before they got famous on the internet. If you sell low ticket, something like the game I used to sell, you're basically forced to become famous before you can even think about making money because of the sheer amount of people that you need to see your product to make any significant amount of money. Save yourself that struggle and just charge higher prices to less people. And the last biggest mistake that I made is not getting a mentor. After you sort your mentality out, you know you want to succeed, you can actually sit down and work, and you've quit a lot of your bad habits. After I did all of that, all that was left is the work. And I was doing the work and not getting anywhere because I thought I knew everything there is to know, but in reality, I didn't know what I didn't know. I thought I was doing everything I could, but I wasn't. I only had a tiny fraction of the world's business knowledge in my head. If I hired a mentor now, which I'm going to do, for say about $10,000, which is probably the amount I would have to pay for the level of business that I'm at, that's a lot of money, but that would pay for itself in about 2 or 3 months, and I'm certain of that. And that's a hell of a return rate. If you imagine like the 8% you get on the S&P 500, hiring a mentor is like 20 times that. And I know now that not hiring a mentor earlier was a mistake, because every time I learned one of the big lessons that I taught you in this video, my income exploded compared to what it was before. Imagine how many of these learning lessons a mentor could have taught me within just the first week of working with them. A mentor knows things and will spot things about you and your business that you've never even thought about, and that's the value in hiring a mentor. If you're tired of beating around the bush and want me to skyrocket your success, click the link in the description, work with me one-to-one, and you will make money, otherwise I don't get paid. I'm that certain that you will succeed with me. See you next video.